It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. And it's all up next.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon, and we are underway from FedEx Field. This is taken just shy of the 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he has to play diagnose perfectly there.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. And right away, he lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. First carry now. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bears take over. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Yeah, this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. And he floated one out there incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Wentz. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a fully scored deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At their own 27. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing is Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a play fake. Wentz slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now Wentz.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Wentz.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
From 17 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Taken in at the 3.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Montgomery to begin the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Now Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the 50, here's Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Fields throwing again.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catch.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
He's got the first down and more than that. Touchdown, Washington. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. First play of the drive there is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield.
He's got a man. Complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Again, Fields.
Caught by Montgomery. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he can just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a 4th down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. An entertaining start to this one. More to come.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Fields now to throw. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Now it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Washington offense back out there. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
One play action. Fields.
And a loose football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
There he goes, left side. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Slide for the PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 1st down, Fields.
Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first half performance.
And partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Now it's Fields.
And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
And here's Trenton Gill now.
Fielded at the 20. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields.
Flushed out right.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jones now on the jet sweep.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At their own 21. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 2nd down and 4, Wentz.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon.
And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big punish.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
From the 38, Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as Allen falls to the ground.
This offense on 3rd down today, it has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they will remain well behind.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Here's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fields on first down.
And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Fields.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
To the air again, Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
On first down, it's Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And does Washington have it? They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Now Fields. Open man completes it to Claypool.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Back to throw. Fields.
Dancing to his left.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
To throw is Fields. This one swung.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. See David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive.
Remember, his last touch of the second quarter was a fumble, and just really the offense not in sync. Maybe he can be a jolt if he can hang on to the football.
Yeah, and it reminds me a little bit about when I was in college. Faced in a similar situation. Offense was struggling a little bit. Our top ball carrier dropped it right before the half, and we get into the halftime. And before we went out for the second half, he came over to the defensive side and said, "My bad, that's on me. I cost us a possession. I put you guys out there longer. Won't happen again the rest of the game." And boy, he had a monster second half.
Got an opportunity to do that, I bet, defensively, too. You loved that, didn't you?
You certainly did. You actually played harder because your teammate took responsibility and you wanted to pick him up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's Fields.
Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 44-yard line.
Fields.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Wentz is thrown into the hands of McLaurin.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. To throw, it's Wentz.
Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Credit Jalen Johnson, normally shutting down throwing lanes, but there he shut down that play in the backfield.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because
he's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Curtis Samuel, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders have got it on cruise control. Sly on for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on third down, Fields. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juice. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Pass to the right, there's Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
On first down, Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Fields now to throw. Fields hit, and the ball is loose.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. Wentz going to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Wentz's throw complete to Dodson.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. A good pickup there at 22.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Touchdown!
Carson Wentz able to find Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now Joey Slye for the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That time a 9-play drive.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Here's Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Fields hit and the ball is loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now Fields. And that is incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Fields. And that is incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They fake the give. Now Wentz slings this deep for McLaurin. And got his man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language.
Back now at FedEx Field. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this one incomplete. Oh, a dangerous throw. Nearly picked off in the end zone, but instead 2nd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, and a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much. Fields hit and the ball is loose. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Kyler Gordon stopped that play before it ever...
On play action, it's Wentz.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. To throw is Wentz.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Curtis Samuel, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 38, Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Slide for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chicago offense set to get started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Ooh, the juke. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Chase Young getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. A shotgun snap, Fields.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, 38 yards. And the Commanders take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
Fields. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Took back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Fields.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Juice. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
That's complete to Mooney.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw is Fields.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive.
All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know, I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's beaten a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5. That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields
Steps away. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Fields. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things, but ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to chomp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
From the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Throwing again on second down. Fields hit and the ball is loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Fields now to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.